Hello, I'm back, and time for another Stupidity in the Gamosphere episode. This one is going to focus on a few news stories that caught my attention this week, and apparently we need to talk about. So, just to give you a big little heads up on what we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about Slightly Mad Studios, the big Project Cars debacle. We'll be talking about some Sony PlayStation news that isn't really news at all if you know anything about what Sony's been going through. And we'll talk about... Well, lastly, we'll talk about Kickstarter and Kickstarting projects and basically how I feel about it. It's not news, but it's going to lead into something. So we'll start with Sony first, then jump to Slightly Mad, Project Cars, and then end it on a high note with Kickstarter. After the cut. So this first one isn't really any real news. I mean, we kind of, it's what we all suspected. Once again, Sony has shown that they have nothing, nothing to show. They quoted as saying that their first-party lineup of exclusive games are sparse, which this is no surprise. I mean, we all know that Sony and Microsoft, for that matter, have very little first-party exclusive content coming to either console. It is what it is. Me personally, I'm not really surprised. I was like, don't care. We kind of saw this coming. Once again, Sony is doing the PlayStation experience, where you can get free tickets to go watch their long, hour-plus-hour boring-ass conference of a lineup of third-party games that you can get on Xbox One and PC, and maybe 2 or 3 first-party exclusives that are meh. So look forward to that. Look forward to a lot of boring-ass shit. Okay. My take on this is pretty simple. This is the reason why I have been less than compelled to purchase a PS4 or an Xbox One. It has nothing to do with the fact that, well, I mean, with the Xbox One, I just don't like Microsoft's business practices when it comes to the Xbox console. Like, what they've done in the gaming industry is not really what I'd call something that I can be a party to. But with that being said, in terms of Sony, I mean, and this might be because I'm an old school gamer, but the reason we bought consoles back in the day were for exclusives. We bought consoles for something we could only get on that console. So, you know, you bought a Sega Genesis because you wanted to play Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Shining Force, Phantasy Star, Sonic the Hedgehog. What else was exclusive to Sega? Mickey Mouse and the Castle of Illusion. You wanted to play games that you could get no place else. That was the purpose of having different consoles, was that you would get experiences that you couldn't get on another console. Something changed over the last, I would say, after the 16-bit generation, where you began seeing lots of the same shit cropping up on all consoles. And I mean with either very minor differences or no differences whatsoever. And, I mean, for me, that's not a reason for me to purchase something. I mean, I hear a lot of people say, well, you own a Wii U. I'll give you an aside. Today, I went to GameStop because they called me and they said they had an issue with my pre-order. And I was like, oh shit, it's GameStop. It's the devil. So I went and they were like, well, we had an issue with the amiibos, with your Splatoon amiibos, so we're gonna issue you a refund. But here's how evil they are. They're like, well, we can't give you the reissue in cash, even though I paid using my debit card to pay for it. They gave it to me in the form of GameStop money. So, like, which kind of pisses me off a little bit because, you know, I'm not a GameStop guy. I'm less than, here, see, look. So I've got like $26 and some change of GameStop money, which pisses me off. They called it a trade credit, but it's really GameStop money, which, I mean, I'm less than happy with, but whatever. No, that's it. So basically, I mean, I'm not pissed off about it, but I mean, I was sort of pissed off about it, but I was like, I mean, you know, worst comes to worst, I can always go to Target and pick it up, because Target actually has those items on sale. But I digress. But anyway, Sony, I mean, we bought consoles for exclusive content. That's what we wanted. And now you're seeing a lot of consoles. I hear people, well, I want it for the multiplats. I want a Wii U for the exclusives. I want it for the multiplats. Why would you want to get something for shit that you can get on other consoles? That, you know, I mean, hell, if I can get the same hamburger that I can make at my house at 3 other restaurants that are near me, then what incentive do I have to go to one restaurant over the other, or to just stay home and make it myself? See, I mean, that's kind of a stupid ass reason to own something, but you know, if that's what you want, you know, it's your money. Which leads to our second story. People are slightly mad about slightly mad after the cut. Okay, time to address that elephant in the room, which is Project Cars. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was going to get this game. I really was looking forward to this game. Not because I give a shit about Project Cars, but because I haven't played a good, quote-unquote, simulation game on a Nintendo system since Top Gear Rally on the N64. And that was, let's see, Wii U, Wii, GameCube, 4 console gens ago, by Nintendo's reckoning, okay? 4 console gens. It's a long ass time ago. And I liked Top Gear Rally because it was a very interesting game. It was kind of arcadey, but more simulation, and it was fun. I mean, it was really a fun game. You could unlock new cars, choose between automatic and manual shifting, went through a series of tracks. You know, it was just a fun little game. And I was like, I'll probably get it. I mean, you know, it's something new, something different. I haven't played a simulation car game on a Nintendo console in years. Now, I have in the past played simulation car games on PS4, or not PS4, on PC and Sony consoles, but never on, aside from that one on the N64, on the Nintendo console. I was looking forward to playing a simulation game, but then I began to feel, when they were having their crowdfunding, I was like, these motherfuckers never show footage from the Wii U. They never show footage from the Wii U. And they're talking about all of these various graphical effects they're adding, and I'm like, well, if you're targeting a Wii U, I mean, unless you figured out a way to crack the code on the Wii U and your Nintendo developers, I don't think you're going to be able to do all this stuff. But apparently, they were lying to us. Well, they were lying to the people who were giving them money to have that game made. And the really despicable thing is that Nintendo gamers gave them a lot of money, which they used to build the PC version of the game. And understand this, they used it to build the PC version of the game. Because I have a friend, and she is a consumer, a consumer product analyst, tester, whatever you want to call it. Basically, she gets paid good money to test products before they come out. She does like she tested Segways when they came out. She does video games. She does. I think right now she did the Windows before it came out. She does all that type of stuff. Okay, and I went to her house. I played Project Cars. She has a PS4 and an Xbox One and PC. And I can tell you right now, Project Cars on the PS4 has issues. On the Xbox One has issues. And unless you have a dynamite PC rig, which this is the same person who gave me the money so that I could get my gaming PC. Well, she didn't give me the money. She gave me a coupon, a rebate that her company gave her for a new PC, but like she already had just taken the plunge and got a new PC, so she gave it to me. And the hilarious thing about it is that she has a really powerful PC. Her PC kicks my PC's ass, and my PC's no slouch. Her PC can play the game pretty well with on ultra high settings. If I wanted to play it on mine, I'd have to do medium high settings, and then it would stutter a bit. But my point is that the game has frame rate issues across all platforms except for the PC, and that's if you have a really powerful rig. These fuckers took people's money, use it on something else, and now their ass is on their shoulders because they released the game. They're like, oh, we're untouchable. They scammed people. I mean, it's frank. It's very simple. Slightly Mad scammed people, but it's all right. I mean, before people get mad, Slightly Mad, don't buy the game. Or if you buy the game, buy it used. Wait till it appears on Steam for like $10, $15, and then get it cheap. Because don't buy their game. And treat them like Silicon Knights. If they come out with something else, don't buy it. Ever. Because if they're willing to lie to people about a crowdfunded game, what else are they willing to lie about? There's a reason they had to shop this shit around to a Japanese developer to distribute it for them. Okay? No one in the West would touch them. Think about that. Because they were doing some shady ass shit. So, I mean, that's their business. Just, look, they're going on the shit list. They're going on the shit list, so don't buy their stuff. I mean, I'm not going to purchase anything they make. If it says Slightly Mad worked on, I'll be like, I'm not giving them my money. Because the way I feel about it is like this. I don't know about other people. I work damn hard for my money. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the road by 5:30, 5:45. I don't leave work sometimes till around 6:30, 7 o'clock. And then if I have class after that, that's 3 hours. So by the time I get home, I've been up for like 15, 16, 17 hours. Then I collapse in bed. I don't even eat dinner sometimes and just go to sleep. So, I mean, I work damn hard for my money. And I don't like people treating my money like it's a joke or, scamming me. So, I mean, Slightly Mad stepped into a pile of dog poop, and now they're tracking it all throughout their house. And you can't hide that. You can't. As someone who has stepped in dog poop, once you do it, if you don't take care of the problem immediately, it just gets worse. And it's getting worse. It is. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny seeing it get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. That being said, if I want to play a racing game, I'll play 90s Arcade Racer or Fast Racing, whatever the next fast racing game is going to be. They won't be getting my money. So, simple. Wipe my hands of it. Stay tuned for the next segment, which is going to be about Kickstarters and why Slightly Mad may have soured a lot of people. There is a certain judicial portion to it. After the cut. All right, Kickstarter. I've seen some people in the community saying that Kickstarter they're not going to fund Kickstarter, and that's their prerogative. I mean, they're going to, it's their money. You can do whatever the hell you want to with your money. Me personally, I can agree with the spirit of that. People need to be a bit more judicial in what they fund on Kickstarter. We've seen a lot of games get delayed. A lot of games have been indefinitely delayed. We've heard numerous occasions of stuff that was funded not ever coming out. For example, anyone here know Super Mario Crossover? Now, I like Super Mario Crossover, and the guy, I actually helped fund his retro crossover game. But, as we all know, that turned out to be a debacle. But, it was just $15. I mean, hell, I could turn over my couch and get $15. I could turn over my couch upstairs in my living room and get $15. I could check my old winter coats, and probably find $10 or $15 in just cash that I just slipped in a pocket and just walked away and forgot about over time. My point is that it's an insignificant amount of money, and it's a lesson learned. But with that being said, I can understand why people would be like, they're very wary or just completely going cold turkey on Kickstarter. I can understand that. My rule of thought for Kickstarter is a bit different. Basically, I only kickstart things that have a proven track record. I either know the developers, either personally, or know their work, or, I have some type of, I have a past record that I can look on and say, okay, these guys, or girls, or folk, or people know what in the hell they're doing, and I'm not going to get screwed. I do my business that way. I don't just go and give money to people that I don't know, that have a track record. Sometimes, if it's for a minor thing, I'll take a risk with someone new, but generally speaking, I go with people that I know that have a record for not screwing me over, because, I don't like people screwing me over. It's a personal thing. But I digress. So, basically, this leads me to Kickstarter, and why I like Kickstarter. I will be frank. I like the idea of Kickstarter. I like some of the things. I funded 3 projects on Kickstarter. Super Retro Crossover, which flopped spectacularly. But then I had 2 projects that actually went out well. Shadowrun Returns and Shadowrun Hong Kong. I'm including the 2 things because it's from the same people. And they did Shadowrun Returns. It was delayed, I want to say a month, 2 weeks, a month, something like that. Then it came out, and it turned out to be fucking awesome. Shadowrun Returns is a really good game. It's kind of like they took the concept of the SNES Shadowrun game, but made it to a modern isometric RPG setting, and it's just beautiful. I hope Shadowrun Hong Kong is more of the same, because goddamn, love Shadow. And Yooka-Laylee. Yes, I did. I gave them, I want to say $23. For you can get it on the platform of your choice, and I chose the Wii U. I like Yooka-Laylee. I like how these guys... But here's the thing. Even though this is a new studio and we've never heard of it, we know these people. We've been playing I've been playing their games for years. I still have Donkey Kong Country 64. I still have Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 the physical copies. I've rebought them multiple times across multiple platforms, multiple consoles over the years. I still have Conker's Bad Fur Day. I still have GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Killer Instinct. I still have these games, and I love them. And to see these games, these developers say, we are going to make another 3D platformer that you grew up playing, and I'm like, you got me. You got my $23. Take it. If I was a stickler, if I loved 3D stuff, 3D swag, I would care. Not 3D, physical swag. I would actually give more, but I'm not. Like, I have enough shit floating around in my house. I have an attic full of old toys, old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys that I could probably sell for some money, but I don't want to be that guy. So basically what I'm saying is I don't want to be that guy. So I gave to Shadowrun Hong Kong. It met all of its stretch goals by a huge amount. I mean, oh my god, that game met all of its stretch goals. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this. That shit looked awesome to me. You know, it like I said, it's like the SNES game, but brought to a modern age. They've already got the engine that they made in Shadowrun Returns and Dragonfall, so I mean, it's not really all that difficult to make Hong Kong. If you want to, you can go on Steam and get Shadowrun Hong Kong, Dragonfall, and Shadowrun Returns for like ultra reduced prices. I think Shadowrun Returns like $4.49, no, $2.99, and then Dragonfall is $4.99, and Hong Kong is $19.99. No one is paying me for this. I just think people should enjoy good RPGs with great storyline, interesting characters, and a gameplay system that's very different than what we normally see in most RPGs nowadays. But that's just me. So with that being said, you know, like I said, you know, be judicial in how you and what you choose to support on Kickstarter or any type of crowdfunding. Really look into the developers, see what they've worked on. Don't let them crack into nostalgia and you know, take your money away from you and have nothing to show for it. So with that said, stay tuned for the rest of this week. Friday, I will probably be doing a live recording of me playing Splatoon, both the multiplayer and the single player, with caps, with video capture. So look forward to that. Saturday, I will not be doing a podcast about Splatoon, although we will talk about it in the beginning because, I mean, damn, we gotta talk about Splatoon. But we'll just talk about it. We'll just talk about that Splatoon. Gotta talk about that Splatoon right there. Talk about that Splatoon. But anyway, now that I've gotten that out the way, it's time to Oh, move on to some other things. Oh, I am putting together my GTA review. I thought I was going to be able to put everything together today, but it requires like stuff that I've captured using the game's internal recording. I have to splice in to the actual review, and it's turning into a headache. But don't worry, I'll figure it out. If you guys have any suggestions for good video editing software that isn't Windows, because Windows is nice, it's basic, it gets the job done, it's free, but I need something with a little bit more oomph, if you get my drift. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section. I'll rate, comment, subscribe, share. We will reach 500, bitches. And good day.